Hello Darts Nuts, welcome to Darts Review channel. In this video I'm checking out the Unicorn Contender Dartboard. Now as you can see it's got double the size doubles and trebles, and I think it says 25% bigger outer ball. I don't know if the inner ball's bigger, but I'll measure it just to check. Now when I did the unboxing of the Unicorn launch gear, I thought I was in two minds about this. I don't know if it's a good or a bad idea. On one side it's kind of good for beginners, just to like get them into the game, and also kind of like helping to build confidence at hitting the targets. But on the other end I'm thinking, shouldn't they just start with a normal board anyway? I don't know. It could work both ways, and it could also be for people who are just not taking this game serious and just want to play for fun with family and stuff like that. So it may certainly have its uses, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy trying to hit 9 darters on it or what have you, if you're good enough to do that. I'm certainly not. It could be 4 times the size of that, I still wouldn't get a 9 darter. I'd be lucky if you even get a 180, to be honest. Because I think what will happen is I'll get up on the board and I'll think, oh, I've got to hit a 180 because it's twice the size treble, and I'll just put pressure on myself and I'll probably miss the board. But anyway, it's going to be fun trying it out. I'm not going to go into a massive amount of detail like I do with a normal dartboard review, but you can buy these for, I think it was £31.95. So let's check it out. So as you can see on the box it says the perfect board to start your darts journey. 2 times bigger doubles and trebles. High quality round wire construction, so it's not a blade type board. Super slim wire fasteners, twice as large double and treble segment wire fasteners to help hone your skills and score higher. It says staple free bullseye, so it's kind of like how the old style boards are made. And on the back you've got instructions on how to set it up. You've got a checkout chart and a little bit more information. I haven't actually opened it yet. It's still got the sticky labels on, as you can see, so I'll just get a dart point and scrap them. I'm not going to go into the same kind of detail I do with like a usual dartboard review, because it's not really like that kind of a thing. So right. So there you go. It's kind of like an old school style, but with great big segments. Now on the camera, I'm looking through the camera screen here and it looks perfect. But when you see it without looking through the camera screen, it looks a little bit different, because you can see like the biscuit lines. But dartboards are made of little round bits of sisal fibres called biscuits, and they're like compressed together. So I can see them, but where my finger is looking on the camera screen, it looks perfectly white, but it's not. Let's see if I can alter the screen, so the exposure. See if I can get it so you can probably see it how it actually is. Yeah, I think that's probably quite close there, so you might be able to see it now. So you should be able to see it as I'm seeing it. I'm going to have to get that out there first. I'll give you a close look of it in a minute and just see what's in here. Something's just fell on the floor. So I think you just get your usual stuff. It was just one of them silica bag things that fell on the floor. Right. So you get your normal mountain gear, bracket, little feet for the board, screws and nails, and you get a little booklet explaining how to set it up. And I think, does it? Yeah, so yeah, it just gives you some info on the plain darts, and you get a little tape measure as well. So I don't need all that because I'm just going to stick it up on the clamp on my board. But like I say, just your typical dartboard. So I'll give you a closer look at the segments now. Right, so as you can see, got your contender name, Unicorn, the logos either side, and I'm not sure, but I think the bullseye is definitely bigger. It looks it, and obviously the 25 is. And I've got the camera exposure about right, so what I'm looking at through the screen is about the same colour that I'm seeing here. And obviously you got your brackets there and your spider. In case you are a beginner and you don't know, your spider comes off like that, and that's so you can rotate your board and then you replace the 20. Now, rotating your board is a thing that you have to do to make even wear on the board, and it's hard to say an exact way of doing it because some people have different ideas, but normally you put the black for your 20 segment and then at least once a week rotate it 2 segments, either left or right, whichever way you want to go, and then you get a full complete rotation, and then you start on these segments that you missed out the first time, something like that. People do it different ways, but basically if you rotate the board regularly, then the wear across the board will be even. So that's just for people who might be looking at this who's a beginner. And I think the idea of this is quite a good one, because obviously you got these big segments here, which is giving you an easier target and hopefully will help build up your confidence. But then again, you think, well, why not just start with a normal board anyway? So I'll give you a bit of a close look. As you can see, you've got the round wire spider and the staples. Other than that, the board actually looks in pretty good condition. Like I say, this is the first time I've opened it, and all the inking's quite neat. And I can't really see any defects on the sisal fibres. Obviously you see these lines, and that's where the biscuits are joined together, and yeah, it seems okay. Right, so it said the bullseye area was 25% bigger, so obviously not twice the size. So let me zoom out a little bit. So usually the bullseye, when you measure it like that, is around about 12 and a half, 13, something around that kind of size. So that's about 16. Well, it's hard to get it exactly right, but it's, I'd say, about 16. And then the 25 area is 41.6, and normally I think they're around about 30, something around that. So that's that. Then we'll go on to the trebles. And that's what, 18 and a half. And I think most of the inside of trebles now are around about 9 point something, so that's probably about right. And the doubles, again, 18 and a half. So yeah, I think they probably are twice the size as the normal. And I'm just gonna have a quick test on the firmness of it. Bullseye is actually quite firm, 25. Oop, that just went straight through there. I think I must have hit a biscuit join, so it actually feels quite firm. So let's see what the whites are like. Yeah, it's kind of a bit mixed. There's parts where it's quite firm and not so firm, but as you can see, the holes are not healing up. But I never expect them to do that when they're brand new as well. Sometimes it takes a little while to bed in, but yeah, I'd say on the whole it's fairly firm, but there's like parts of it where it just feels like the dart almost sinks in, like there. It's just gone in like butter. So the only thing I can think of is I must be hitting the biscuit joints like that. So anyway, let's get it on the wall. Right, I haven't thrown at it yet. The only holes on it are the ones that I did when I had it on the table when I was pressing the dart in. And I haven't actually thrown any darts since the Ryan Cell review, because my elbow's still a bit dodgy, so I'm not going to throw too many darts. I don't think I'm going to hit a 180, so I'll be lucky if I get anywhere near the 20s. My arm's a bit stiff, but looking at it from the hockey, it looks kind of strange. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look like a dartboard with them segments being so big. And I've just done a quick comparison with my ruler, and my soft tip board, which is on the left, is actually smaller segments than that. I think the ones on the soft tip are around about 15 mil, and I think the ones on this are near 20 mil. So anyway, I'll just have a throw. I'll just throw anywhere first, see if I can get my arm a bit loose and see what happens. Would you believe it? Well, I might as well try it. Ah, oh, bugger. Well, that was better than I was expecting on my first throw. Let's have a look at the bullseyes. I think that bull area is the bullseye itself. Yeah, I mean, that does look big from here, so I was looking for my calipers, but so when I did that other part of the video, it was a couple of weeks ago, so I'm out of the loop of what I was talking about now. I've been just trying to rest up my arm. It's still quite painful there, but I think that having a rest is helping. Oh, I just feel it every now and then. It kind of like twinges, but I think, like I said, for beginners, it's probably a fun board to start with. But like I say, I just don't know if you really should start with a board like this, or whether you should just go straight onto a normal board or what. That hit. But if you're not taking your darts seriously, I think it's probably a good one for having, say, like a party. Let's see if I can get the doubles. Yeah, double 12. Oh, double 18. No, that's there. Just can't get my arm right. So for people who are like just playing casually and may want to come round your house and have a bit of fun, not being too serious, then yeah, it'd be great for that. And like I say, for beginners, it may just build up your confidence at hitting your targets. Oh, I can't even get the darts to go straight for the bullseye. It's just at the point of release when the pain hits, but come on, I want to get at least one bullseye. Ooh, that hurt. Come on. Oh, when I take that little bit of extra to get it right, and that's when I get a bit of a pain. So most of the time I'm just throwing it any old out. I think it's just my fingers throwing it more than anything. I can't believe I can't hit one. It does look a little bit strange though, having such big segments. Well, at least they're getting more grouped together. Right, come on now. Oh. Yes. It's a painful one though. Alright, one last go at the trebles, and that'll be it for a few more days, I think. Oh, it's gone the wrong side. I think that hit the wire. And that's a problem with a round wire spider. You do get some bounce outs more often, but like I say, I can't really throw it properly, so I was not going to be much point in throwing it any further. But it might be one I'll come back to when my arm's better and see if I can have a bit of fun with it. But let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea for a beginner to use such a board, or should they start with a normal board? And I do think it's probably good for people who are just doing a bit of casual dart playing and maybe like a bit of a party atmosphere with a family or something like that. It's probably great for that. So in that respect, then yeah, definitely fun for that. But I think if you're into your darts seriously, I'm not sure I'd bother with it, to be honest. So anyway, like I said, let me know what you think. That's the end of the video. I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.